Next, we have coming up with remarks, we have Mr. Merrick Furst from Georgia Tech College of Computing with a few words.
As he was talking about their shared pain, I was wondering if I was part of that as one of the professors. I know Candace a long time, and I'm so thrilled that you invited me here. I was half thinking I should come up here and say that I'm here to announce that they've found a new demographic, which is old white guys' hair. I don't think that's actually true, because I'm a really small market, as you can see. I first met Candace when I was running a program, the Georgia Tech's program in Barcelona, the study abroad program. We were bringing 55 students, and Candace reminds me it was 2008, which were you alive in 2008? It's a shocking thing to me. One of the things that brings a lot of joy to someone like me being a professor is to meet young people who you kind of just know are going someplace and maybe don't know how to get there or don't know where they're going. I don't remember many coffees that I've had coffees with a lot of people. I don't remember almost all of them, but I remember one, and it happened in the summer of 2008 in a little plaza in Barcelona called Plaza del Rey. It's a very cute little space. It's skyscrapers from the year 1200 or so, or maybe even earlier, 1100. And they had a cafe set up there, and Candace and I wandered over one afternoon and had coffee together. And I asked Candace, I'm sure whether I asked Candace or whether she told me, I don't know, but she shared with me, I'm sure that she wanted to go places, that she wanted to be entrepreneurial and build things. And I said, so what do you want to do? She said, I want to be really successful. And I said, what does that mean to you? And I hope it doesn't embarrass you, and maybe you don't remember the same thing I do, so you can tell your version of the story later if you want. What Candace said to me was, I really want to get big. I want to be able to imagine having like one or two friends, and we're going to start a web development shop. And that's my ambition. And I turned to her and I said, well, you know, there was somebody just like you who invented Intel or invented Cisco. And I can still kind of visualize the look on Candace's face, and I'm thinking to myself then, and I'm thinking to myself now, people have this infinite ability to create in the world, to grow. There are a lot of things in the way. One of the things that's in the way is just meeting someone who can say to them, you could be the head of Intel, and you can open things up. And there's a quote by a theologian named Frederick Buechner that I like quite a bit. He said, the place that people are called to in their lives is the place where their deep gladness and the world's deep hunger meets. Most people walk around their lives and they don't care what they do, and people don't care what they do. And that's not what it feels like when you find your place. What it feels like when you find your place is you care, and other people care that you care. And I don't know of a greater example of that that's right in front of us. Many people in this room are probably feeling the same way, but that's how I feel about Candace. Candace came to understand what she cared about, what was not okay for her not to do. And she kept working on that until she met people like you and the much larger group that she works with that care about what she cares about. Did this just come up, or has this been up here for a while? So when we got back from Barcelona, Candace graduated, and if I remember this right, she went off and got a job. And she came back, and I had started something called Flashpoint. That was a space that I used to live in, where we started over 100 companies there. This was Candace, in the second group of founders that I worked with there at Flashpoint, was Candace sitting on the bench, on the chair with the red hat on, is whatever that is on her head, is Joy Bulamwini. I don't know if you know Joy, and Jess. I haven't really followed Jess for a while, but then a little while later, I think it was Chanel Martin joined the team. So these are 4 black women engineers from Georgia Tech coming along saying they want to do something with hair, and what did I know about hair? But I know a lot about how to get started in businesses. And we tried to share with them how to do it. But of course, you know, what difference does it make if you're someone like me doing that when you have people like people like Candace and people like Joy. Joy went on to become a Rhodes Scholar, went to MIT, wrote a book that you should all read. It's called Unmasking AI, and she started something called the Algorithmic Justice League. You put these people together and you free them to be who they are, and then you end up in a situation like this. I'm in an incredible time warp. I knew her when she was very young. I guess you're still very young. And I knew her when this was just three women with talent sitting around in a space like that, trying to get advice from somebody like me to try to get to a place like this. And it's amazing what you've done. I'm very proud of you. I'm very glad to welcome you to Georgia Tech. You're in the building that houses the College of Computing, where I was a dean for a while. And I now run something called the Center for Deliberate Innovation. So I want to just open myself up to you and say, if you're interested in doing startups, you're interested in investing in startups or working with startups, I'm a good person to talk to. We've done a lot of startups, and some of them are quite successful. Anyway, I'll get out of your way. It's really nice to meet you all. I'm glad you're here. Congratulations, Candace. Congratulations, Myavana. To the stars.